I am Fabiola Andrade. I am PhD student at Paraná Federal University, and this paper is part of my thesis. We are talking about advancing geospatial data integration, the role of prompt engineer in semantic association with ChatGPT. We are using ChatGPT, but our idea is use LLM in general for this job. It's interesting to do a work with the guy before me. We need to talk about this after, because I think it's interesting together, do anything together. We are talking about theoretical context, about the research, the idea, about conceptual models, because I am working with 2 different conceptual models. In this specific job, I am using different geodata formats, and we are in interaction with ChatGPT to use a reasoning to associate semantically the 2 models. Well, the first idea. The importance of semantic interoperability, okay? In your job, you had many different associations because the semantic. And this is the principal problem to associate different models. The semantic web technologies transformed us from consumers to participants to construct maps and to do the geodata and the other things in the internet. But we need to talk in the same language. And this is a problem to the computer, because you need to do the system talking in the same computer language and understand the different semantic concepts to use the different bases to construct a new map or a different map or something like that. And we need to, this kind of relationships, the scope is in the territorial analysis, integrating local perspective into a global context. And we need to understand the local to talk about everything. In cartography, the representation of objects in a map begins with defining the features to be depicted, a process shaped by the social-cultural context of users or producers. Gilberto Câmara talks about this on the morning. Is very important we have semantic to associate data. And in the computers, we need the interoperability, semantic interoperability to construct a good map using different data from different producers, especially in context of spatial data infrastructure, because, for example, here in Brazil, we have the INDE, the National Geospatial Infrastructure Data, something like that. The INDE, we need to have semantic interoperability to integrate the databases from different institutes and other producers. And in this job, in my thesis, we are using artificial intelligence to do semantic association between different models to construct a map. And in my research, we are looking that geosemantics has focused on automated semantic integration, but not using artificial intelligence, using other kinds of softwares or developing some specific tools, but not yet using artificial intelligence. And we are using machine learning and natural language processes to explore this context. In this case, NLP applies linguistic models to learn about probability distribution over symbols in a language. We are analyzing how a foundation model, like GPT or BERT, that are LLM, how can this LLM can associate how can do semantic association between the models. And we need to talk with the tool in adequately model, in a adequately prompt to be understanding. LLMs still present some limitations, particularly in geographic context. For example, geospatial data has a specific domain, not only about the conceptual, but about the represent objects, formats, the geometry is different, the topological associations is important to understand the interoperability, and the LLM not is completely adequately to do this association yet. Among the LLMs, we have BERT, GPT, T5, and the others. And we use specifically the GPT with the tool ChatGPT, but we can use the other non-proprietary tools, like developed something using TensorFlow in Python or other technologies. In the continuums of this paper, we are using Python and TensorFlow, but it's another job. This specifically is only about the prompt to talk with ChatGPT. In a previous job, I and Silvana Camboim using ChatGPT to do semantic association between OpenStreetMap, the structure of OpenStreetMap, and the Brazilian topographic mapping, ATA-DGV, using a dialogue prompt in sequential text. And we can associate a model in Portuguese, posto de combustível, for example, is for fuel station. In the ChatGPT was corresponding to tag OSM amenity plus fuel, and the other kind of association. But we used in the dialogue prompt only sequential text. That is more easier to LLM understand, because they use the distance between the words to understand the context. We are asking about other structure of data to dialogue with the ChatGPT. And we use other structure different from sequential text. About the models, we use in the OpenStreetMap and the technical specification for structuring vector geospatial data from Brazil. The first is a collaborative mapping. The second is a Brazilian official topographic mapping. The first is by community of volunteers. The second is about government institutions. The first is completely open. Open database license, and about the ATA-DGV, the model is open, but the data depends of the producers. Most of them are open, but some institutions don't disponibilize all the data free. OpenStreetMap is in English, and the ATA-DGV is in Portuguese, but the LLM can understand both and do the association. The main objective is investigating prompts that provide LLMs with structured data formats to facilitate the model's understanding of hierarchical or spatial relationships, don't using the sequential text that we did before. This specific study, explore different interaction methods with LLM to identify communication strategies suitable for enabling the semantic association of objects in conceptual geospatial data models. And we used the ATA-DGV. This model has 14 categories. We use only the building category, only one. And in this category, we have many classes we used only 5 classes. Edification, this is the main class, and the other 4 classes that are educational edification, health edification, commercial and service edification, and the fuel station. And we structured these 5 classes in 3 different formats. Okay? For these 5 classes, we used some domains. For example, commercial or service, use a bank, pharmacy, hotel, public market, etc. And from the OSM, we use another structured only key and value, because we did not use the geometry for representation of the objects, only the concept and the name of the objects. And for the geodata structured, the time is okay? Okay. We use different organization formats. Okay. We use the spreadsheet. For example, here has the health edification, the concept, the attribute, and the domain of this attribute for this kind of edification. We use the ontology. We use the format OWL in Protégé software. This is the example of the ontology to health edification. And then we use the OMTG model in XML format. Okay? Edification in this example. And for each of these different structures, we asked to ChatGPT which is the tag in OSM that is semantically similar for the model in Portuguese. We used to put all these models in Portuguese and asked to ChatGPT in English, and they did the association with OSM in English for each format, but in the same question, similarly. And the result had a spreadsheet with not identical responses, but very similar for each class used in the beginning. For example, commerce and service edification, in Portuguese we have farmácia, like a domain, and the spreadsheet, the ontology and the XML responded in the ChatGPT, amenity pharmacy in all the cases. But we had some different things. For example, in the spreadsheet, when we used the spreadsheet, they had some responses exotic, like fuel gasoline to gasolina, but gasoline is not a domain in the context. We did a graph to organize the responses on the table. And for example, in this case, the spreadsheet did the correct association only in 14 tags for 29 classes that I used. It's not so good. And in the spreadsheet, we had 8 associations strange, different from the expected. But in the ontology and the XML format, it's okay. About the tags returned, 9 were similar in the 3 formats, 8 only in ontology, 8 only in XML, 10 spreadsheet, but into the 10, 8 extreme, and 9 came ontology and XML, 2 spreadsheet and XML, and only 1 spreadsheet and OWL. The OWL ontology and the OMTG by XML formats provided more coherent results in these combinations. Okay. The ontology was better than XML because in the XML, some inconsistent associations were returned. For example, healthcare, primary healthcare, secondary healthcare, tertiary were used associated to primário, secundário, and terciário, that were domains from edificação de saúde. But a Manic Clinic, Amenity Doctors, and Amenity Healthcare are more consistent to associate, and they return only ontology. Conclusions. Structured data formats like ontology can enhance the LLM's capacity to process and interpret complex conceptual relationships. However, prompts need to be as directed and detailed as possible. We need to put many details in the prompt, many details in the ontology to be understanding for the ChatGPT or the LLM. Multiple interactions of questions were required to obtain a coherent and meaningful response. It's necessary many dialogue, and our objective is reduce this dialogue to be more direct. Limitations in processing complex hierarchical inputs within the current environment. For example, the AT-DGV has a hierarchy very detailed, and we need to be more simple. Finish? Okay. And while the potential of LLMs to facilitate semantic interoperability is promising, their reliance on dialogue-based, tokenized text processing introduces constraints. We need to organize better the input to have better responses. After I write this paper, I read a new paper in October from Mirzaden et al. And in this paper, they discuss limitations of LLM for reasoning, including the new version of GPT 1.01 preview, designed to be a larger reasoning model. So the version that I used from ChatGPT is not so good to reasoning, but can associate data. Okay. Thank you.